If you are using QuickBooks to handle payroll and indicated that you have employees during the Easy Step interview, you can later set up payroll for your company file and then enter employees into the Employees tab within the Employee Center. The Employee Center allows you to handle all transactions that involve your employees in payroll. You can open the Employee Center by selecting Employees, then Employee Center from the menu bar. To view the Employees tab within the center, click the tab at the left side of the window that says Employees. You can add, edit, and delete or inactivate employees in the list. To add a new employee to the list, click the New Employee button in the upper left corner of the Employee Center. This will open the New Employee window. The information within this window is divided into tabs shown at the left side of the window. The first tab shown by default when you open this window is called the Personal tab. In this tab, enter the employee's name into the legal name fields. Then enter their name as it should appear on paychecks into the Print on Checks As field. Enter their Social Security number into the Social Security number field. You can enter their gender, date of birth, marital status, U.S. citizenship status, and ethnicity into the gender, date of birth, marital status, U.S. citizen, and ethnicity fields that are provided. If needed, you can also enter information into the Disability, I-9 form, and Military sections at the right side of this tab. After finishing data entry on this tab, click the Address and Contact tab to continue. In the Address and Contact tab, you can enter the employee's home address information into the address, city, state, and zip fields available. You can then enter their main phone number into the Main Phone field. Then enter their primary email address into the Main Email field. You can then enter the employee information that you wish to record into the next 6 fields available. There are 6 data fields shown by default. However, for each field, you can select what data to record by choosing the name of a data field from the drop-down field labels shown. Then record the associated employee information within the adjacent data field to the right of each drop-down field label. The data fields shown by default are, from top to bottom and left to right, work phone, mobile, fax, CC email, website, and other one. Your choices of alternate fields for which you can substitute the default information are home phone, alt mobile, alt fax, alt email 1, alt email 2, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, URL 1, URL 2, URL 3, URL 4, Skype ID, other 2, and other 3. After entering any employee information you wish to record, click the Additional Info tab to continue. In the Additional Info tab, you can enter an employee ID number into the Account Number Employee ID field if needed. You can also enter any information into whatever custom fields you create for your employees into the Custom Fields section of this tab. To add custom fields to your customer, vendor, or employee lists to record information of your choosing, please review the section on creating customized fields in a later lesson of this chapter. After you have finished the Additional Info tab, click the Payroll Info tab to continue. On the Payroll Info tab, enter the specific payroll earnings for the selected employee. We will discuss entering information into the Payroll Info and Workers' Comp tabs in depth in a later chapter on payroll. If you will be performing payroll activities in QuickBooks, you should review the entire chapter on payroll before entering employee payroll data. Also note that if you start to create a new employee but don't enter their payroll information, you will be prompted by QuickBooks to enter that information when you click the OK button within the New Employee window to save the record and close the window. To save the record as is, click the Leave As Is button within the prompt window. To return and enter your payroll information immediately, click the Set Up Now button and then enter the payroll data. Next, click the Employment Info tab. Here you enter the employee's hire date into the Hire Date field. You can enter the employee's original hire date if needed into the Original Hire Date field. If needed, you can enter an adjusted service date for the employee into the Adjusted Service Date field. An adjusted service date can be used to calculate benefits that differ from the employee's hire date. When the employee leaves, enter their last payroll date into the Release Date Last Date on Payroll field. Note, however, that this field is automatically filled in when you create a termination check for an employee during payroll. In the Employment Details section, you can use the Employment Type drop-down to classify the employee as a regular or W-2 employee, a statutory or 1099 employee, or an officer or owner of the company. You can also use the full or part-time, exempt, and key employee dropdowns to select whether the employee is full or part-time, whether or not they are exempt, and whether or not they are considered a key employee. In the Job Details section, you can enter job-related details about the employee if desired, including their title, supervisor, department, description, and target bonus. You can click the Workers' Comp tab to enter workers' compensation rates into the fields within this tab. Once again, please review the payroll chapter to learn how to enter information in this tab in detail. After you have entered the employee information, click the OK button within the New Employee window to add the selected employee into the employee list within the Employee Center. To edit an employee record in the future, to change employee or payroll information, select the name of the employee to edit from the Employees tab in the Employee Center. Then either click the Edit button shown at the right end of the Employee Information section to the right of the list, or double-click the name of the employee shown in the Employees tab to open the Edit Employee window. Change or add whatever employee or payroll information is necessary through the tabs within this window, and be sure to click the OK button when finished to save the data entry. Like all the other QuickBooks lists, you cannot delete an entry made in the employees list once it has been used in a transaction. Once a record is associated with the transaction, you can only inactivate the record to hide it from view. You should review Lesson 3.8 on inactivating and reactivating list items to learn how to perform this task in your QuickBooks lists. However, if you created an employee record but did not use it in any transactions, you can delete the record from the Employee tab. To do this, select the record to delete from the employee list, and then choose Edit, and then Delete Employee from the menu bar. You then need to click OK in the confirmation message box that appears to permanently delete the selected employee record.